Good afternoon and welcome to Bull Market Stock Show. This is your host, Rian Hobson, and we're doing actually the municipal elections today. Although I know there's a lot that's going on in the market, the Australian dollar is dropping this morning. We have the oil prices that are actually sitting a bit stable but going down. Coal prices that is dropping off the cliff. There's a lot of going on in the market. But for today, and I'm sure for tomorrow, we will do the municipal elections in South Africa. And there is actually some major question marks with the outcome of the vote, the low voter turnout that is currently happening. And then also it looks like, as I'm actually scanning now on the latest results, it looks like we will get coalitions basically everywhere, especially when you look at the big actually metros, for example, Nelson Mandela Bay. Western Cape is definitely a stronghold for the DA. KZN, it looks like, is going to the ANC. Then we have Gauteng, that looks like it will be definitely in coalition, also in Ekurhuleni and Pretoria. It looks also that we will look coalition governments. But the main thing of today is the low voter turnout. Now, that is a big question mark. But this morning, I got actually two surprise answers when I asked the few young men, like, why didn't they vote? And the answers were actually very blunt and very straightforward. And I was knocked totally out of my socks with those answers. And that I will definitely share with you after the break.
Keep your finger on the market pulse with the News Alerts tool. Stay up to date on the latest sentiment across all the major asset classes. Uncover bullish or bearish signals tied to specific assets that could be developing before major price moves, and track how news sentiment correlated with price in the past. Track the news volume on an asset, its fear index, and get a better feel for its underlying strength. All with News Alerts, your central hub for market information. That's higher trading from MarketsX.
Good afternoon and welcome to Bull Market Stock Show. This is your host, Rian Hobson. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube page, and there's also markets.com link where you can click on it, fund your account with $250. Today is the last, so fund your account with $250 and I will give your classes absolutely free. That is now with markets.com. And now please don't forget for my YouTube link, and please drop your comments, please drop your questions, but I need to share you this, what I actually picked up this morning. And that is just a simple question that I was asking. And I saw this pattern actually all over. I also saw it on Facebook a few weeks ago where someone was actually talking about why he will not vote. And I thought it was a joke, but it's actually true that this is actually happening all over, even where I stay in the Western Cape. Now, the thing is like I was standing in a line in a simple at the mall, and then I want to ask a question like, did you guys vote? And obviously they said no. And so I was like, but why didn't you guys vote? And the answers was blunt, straight to the point. Like the one was answering me back and said like, these people are putting people in ward councillors. Like this is now the political parties that they're referring to. They are putting people in to the wards or is running for council and all of those things that has soup kitchen skills and talk the loudest. And also they said these people doesn't even know how a computer operate. Now, I was like shocked with the answer because I didn't expect it. I thought I would get an answer like, there's too much corruption, or I would get an answer like, I don't care about politics, or some crazy answer what I know of. But these answers, this is my first time actually getting these answers, where they just said, listen, these people have no skills whatsoever, and these people want to run awards. Now, I actually went and Googled these things, and I got some few results out. And it's actually true that between 70 and 80% of councillors don't know how to operate a computer. They don't know how to operate a computer. And on top of that, there was a few years back in 2012, there was like these people, the people that run for ward councillors or the councillors, 80% of them, between 70 and 80% of them, don't even have matric results. There's also a group that actually help the people to get skills of how to manage these counselors' jobs and all of those things, because the people just don't have the skills to do it. Now, if the people don't have the skills to do it, so obviously there will be a lack in service delivery. That's why you have services that don't function, money that's been properly not spent, money disappearing, because the people just don't have the skills. And what these guys were telling me this morning, very bluntly and very straight to the point, that these people are running a soup kitchen and they talk a lot. And then all of a sudden, you just see the person is the ward councillor. Now, they also said that these political parties, they just take people that are popular with the community. They don't care about the people's skills. They don't know if these people can actually operate a computer. And obviously, the people in the community know these people. And so obviously they are the best judges when it comes to the ward councillor. They said their ward councillor or the list of ward councillors that is in the area doesn't have skills at all. And I was like, damn, this is actually a very good answer, because they said, what is the use of voting for these people if they don't have the skills to do the job of the functionalities? Do they even understand the functionalities of it? And what the projections on Google were saying is actually true. There was also a comment made by a professor, I just can't get to his name, on the SABC, that also stated that 60% of the people that are in council don't have the proper skills to do the job. Now, why the hell why do you think that people will go and vote knowingly that people that runs these wards or are elected for a specific political party that will run these wards don't have the skills at all to do the job? So why would the youth, especially the youth, why will the youth go and vote? Because one thing that I noticed, race is not a story, because and anger, and obviously there is a bit of anger, not a bit, there's quite a lot of anger, but race is really not the issue, because obviously these race politicians doesn't work, because obviously people have not the appetite to vote. Race is really not an issue, because obviously that is actually showing in the polls why 26 out of 20, only 26% out of 26 million people actually went and voted. So race is really not the issue. What the people actually want is having concrete evidence, as what these gentlemen were saying. When will the water be on? When will the electricity be on? How will the streets get cleaned? When will the grass get cut? Will grass get cut every second 2 weeks? Will the water run smoothly? Where does the water come? Those are the things that they want to hear. And definitely political parties missed the plot on campaigning, on these municipal elections. They were talking things that were national. For example, the Patriotic Alliance was talking about bringing back the Bible at schools. What the hell is that to do with bloody service delivery? Get to the point. And I think what we think that voters are stupid, they are not. Nobody actually caught the right or brought the right message to them. And that's why, for me personally, with those guys that I actually were asking, they were very specific, very, very specific. And that actually gives you the idea that these people are not stupid at all. The youth specifically, where we thought like, these guys just went on TikTok and were drinking beer and was having a public holiday yesterday. That is not the case. They want to have specifics. And the message what these political parties were bringing, or were bringing for the last few weeks, did not actually sit with them, because it was nonsense. It was more to do with national government, with all this race nonsense and closing down the borders and stuff that doesn't make sense, because people wants to know about the service. When the grass will get cut, when the potholes will get fixed, that is what the people want to hear. And also they know precisely that these jobs are, or this work, or the criteria of the work, the one who's getting the ward council and all of those things, need to have the basic skills to do the functionalities. Now, if If you can't operate a computer, I don't care about matric, but if you can't operate a bloody computer, how the hell will you bring access service to the people? It will not make sense. That's why the people were pointing the middle finger to these voters and say, listen here, bring proper people to do the job, then we will go to the polls and then we will vote. That was the message. What I can tell you now out of my personal experience, that was the message that was brought across to say we are not actually participating in these elections because you are talking nonsense and you did not bring the proper people to the table so that we can elect them. As simple as that. So with this, what I must say, it was a very shocking statement that I got this morning. And they were actually with a straight face telling me that this stuff does not work, what these guys are talking about, whether it's race and all of those things. And the sad thing is, Julius Malema was getting wiped off today because his tactics is definitely not working at all. So honestly, political parties missed the plot. And that's why a lot of people did not go and vote. It has nothing to do with the lines. What I can see, it has nothing to do with the lines, nothing to do with the rain, nothing to do with load shedding, nothing to do with race, nothing. Is that these ward councillors or people that are in charge of the councillors, the voters know that these people are bloody stupid and can't do the job. So why the hell must they even go and stand in the line to go and vote for these idiots? That is my message. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. That is a short message of me of municipal elections. I will bring you more, but obviously tomorrow I will see because obviously the market doesn't stand still. And obviously I need to talk about the market. But that is just my 2 cents on the municipal elections that was actually taking place yesterday. And I think the results will be more released tomorrow, I would say. Then we will have an idea what is going on. But for me, it looks like it will be coalitions right over the show. And honestly speaking, coalitions doesn't work. So it just means more pain for South Africans when it comes to service delivery, especially in the Eastern Cape, Johannesburg, and Tshwane. So that is it from my side. I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. I will see you guys again tomorrow at 1 o'clock with some more news regarding on the elections and also on the market. Bye-bye for now.